singer who must unmask is the Swan.
Oh my God!
I think it is Nina Dobrev.
Olivia Munn.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Megan Fox.
So I think it's Mila Kunis. I still do.
I'm sticking with Kristen Stewart.
All right. Take it off. Take it off.
A major actress is unmasked on this week's The Masked Singer. But in the recap, me and Kyle discuss our favorite performances, Kyle exposes yet another character, and we ask the main question, is another judge needed on the show? A new one, in fact, and who should it be? Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. All right, you guys, so recapping yet another week of The Masked Singer. This time it's Group C, week 2, because of more contestants in Group C, of course. Now, Kyle, another contestant was unmasked. Let us know who it was.
It was the Swan, and she was revealed to be Bella Thorne.
Bella Thorne. I mean, this is major, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, this is finally someone who's relevant now. I mean, I think this was a great reveal.
I love the emphasis on relevant now because sometimes there are some people who are a little washed, but it's okay. That's what we love about The Masked Singer. So if you're not familiar with Bella Thorne, she's an actress from Disney days, even now as an adult, but also she's a singer, but debatable. After watching The Masked Singer, but she's definitely an entertainer that we love to see on the show. Kyle, once again, it just shows you never know what level of celebrity is going to pop up.
Yeah, you really don't. I mean, this season's kind of been all over the place. I mean, just last week we saw Sarah Palin, who hasn't been in, like, the news stream for a decade. And then the next week we get Bella Thorne, who's, like, a very well-known, like, internet personality still. You know, someone that we see on social constantly.
I am here for The Masked Singer's range. Now, also, you guys, you may know Bella Thorne in connection to the Javaya, who was on the 4. Let us know in the comments below if you remember that little beef that was happening back then, because that was definitely something epic. But, I mean, Kyle, how are you feeling about this group so far?
Yeah, I mean, I love Group C. I think that, you know, it's a good, solid group. I think they have great performance energy. We have some good dancers, some good singers, and so I think it's an entertaining episode to watch when we see these together because they kind of cover the whole range of performers that we see on The Masked Singer.
I definitely agree with you. Personally, though, they're not my favorite group, but I am enjoying them, and I can't wait to see who else is unmasked next week. But I will say, in the time of coronavirus happening right now and a lot of us being quarantined, you're at home, I'm clearly quarantined in the studio. I think it's really good that The Masked Singer is pre-taped compared to all the other talent shows.
Yeah, it's great that it's pre-taped, and it's just an hour of fun television. You know, I think we can get so carried away in the news and everything that's happening now. It's nice to have an hour to just escape from it and watch some celebrities that you may or may not know sing in ridiculous costumes.
How are you handling quarantining in Cali?
You know, it's going pretty well. I've spent a lot of time in this apartment here. I've been in this shirt for I don't even know how long. So it's going well. How about over in New York?
I'm just happy we can't smell you through the screen. That's all I'm going to say. No,
Just saying.
In New York, I mean, clearly quarantining in the studio right now. No, I'm just kidding. But
living a life of luxury.
Of course. But it's been pretty solid. I ran out of food, and hopefully I can get some more tomorrow. But anyways, you guys, let's get back into The Masked Singer. I think it's time for us to choose our favorite performances of the week. So every week, me and Kyle choose our favorite performance. Kyle, which one was yours this week?
Yeah, my favorite performance this week was the astronaut singing Sign Seal Delivered by Stevie Wonder.
Kyle, I love this performance so much because he was like, I'm not going to mess up for Stevie. I know I need to do my thing, and he did.
Yeah, and he even said that he was a friend of Stevie Wonder's, you know, before his performance, and so that was a little clue. Mm-hmm. But also, I think, you know, last week he had a lot of nerves going into the performance, and we saw some of those go away this week. I think he felt more relaxed, he felt like he was really hitting his stride, and he's clearly a talented vocalist.
Definitely. You know how some people on the show, we kind of question if they're singers or not? This one right here is definitely a singer.
All right, Mel, what was your favorite performance this week?
All right, my favorite performance of the week was Night Angel singing A Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. I mean, it's clear that she has range and she is definitely in the music biz.
I mean, yes, I think she's very talented. She hits some crazy notes, so she has a great range. And, she knows what she's doing on the stage. It doesn't seem like this is her first time.
I agree. Now, Kyle, I am curious to find out who this is. So I don't know who you're unmasking in this week's episode, but personally, just giving you a hint there, I would love to find out who she is.
Let's just say we'll get to that in a few minutes.
All right, Kyle, since we are talking about the Night Angel and how I want you to, predict for me, it's time for us to get into our prediction time of the week, where you, the Masked Singer detective, reveal, or should I say expose, who is underneath the mask. Kyle, who do you want to expose in this week's episode?
All right, let's do it. Since you asked for it, we'll unmask the Night Angel.
Yay, I knew. This is the first time I'm asking for a favor, I'm just saying. All right, Kyle, who do you think the Night Angel is in this week's episode?
All right, the Night Angel is...
Drumroll.
Kandi Burruss.
I knew it. See, I knew it, but I didn't know why, and that's why I want you to explain. So explain for us,
we have
Kyle.
all the clues to back it up. And so I'll go through the first set of clues and just work our way through all the different things we've seen these past 2 weeks. So first of all, in the first clue package, she talked about how she's been deeply blessed her entire life. And Kandi is a believer in God and a member of the Church of Holiness. We also saw her at a motel, and she was going by a few doors. So the first one she opened had ducks in it. Or they were all like men in black wearing duck bills. And she wrote Bills, Bills, Bills for Destiny's Child. And there were 3 ducks. So
major hit.
Bills, Bills, Bills. In the next door, we saw old women holding bats, which Robin called gangster grandmas. But you could also call that the Old Lady Gang, which is the restaurant that she owns in Atlanta. Nice. And then she moves on to the next door, and we see a group of men partying and dancing, and one of them points at his wrist as if she's late. And Kandi Burruss wrote Tardy for the Party for one of her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-stars. And so that was one of the big clues that gave it away for me, is like, that is so specific to be like, to have the guy like touching his watch as she walked in.
Yeah.
As if she's late to the party.
I love that.
We've also seen a few clues that reference that she's from the South. So we heard her say y'all, and we saw Sweet Tea this week. And so, like I said before, she is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in the doors that we saw her enter in the first clue package, they were numbered 4, 5, and 6, which is a song by Soleil that Kandi is featured on.
Oh, nice.
So even that was a clue. And then in this week's clues, we heard her talk about how she was surrounded by other angels, and that could be as part of the girl group Escape, which she was in, or this could be another Real Housewives clue. We also saw a castle and a strawberry on the side of a building, and Castleberry is the neighborhood in Atlanta where Old Lady Gang, her restaurant, is.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So that's a huge clue as well. We also saw her drawing a broken heart with lipstick, which is a nod to Escape's final studio album, Traces of My Lipstick. And she also talks about how, after that, she went on her own, and that alludes to her solo career and all the production that she's done since Escape has broken up.
Kyle, I mean, once again, you hit it on the nail. I'm speechless because I knew it from the voice, but I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. But why do I need to do that when you're here, right?
Yeah, and again, there's always a few specific clues that point to a specific celebrity, and it just has to be them. And I don't see any other way to interpret some of these clues other than the fact that the Night Angel is Kandi Burruss.
If you guys disagree with Kyle, which I don't know why you would, let us know in the comments below why you want to battle against his word. I like to win money, so I'm going to place my bets on whatever Kyle says. And then also, if you agree with Kyle, let us know why. If there's any additional clues that he missed, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
And speaking of comments, you guys, it's time for us to get into our comment of the week. So every week we choose one of your comments from a previous video and shout you out, love and or hate, because we love you guys. This week's comment comes from Jules Corner, who says, the judges are too old to know JoJo Siwa. They need them to be younger. Jules Corner, you came for the judges in this comment. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice and bold. Now, Kyle, I mean, it's interesting because Jenny had said that, you know, allegedly you guessed that the T-Rex was JoJo Siwa, that the T-Rex was like a daughter. She reminds her of like a daughter with her energy and like how the way she like sings and stuff. It's interesting because it's like if she was a Jenny that grew up in this like day and age, she probably would have known who JoJo Siwa was off jump, right?
Yeah. And you even think about like last season when Ninja was on it, and there were very obvious clues that it was a YouTuber, and the judges were just kind of lost on who it was. And I think JoJo Siwa, this is an even more obvious one, where I think most viewers know who she is, know that she's the T-Rex, and the panelists just have no idea. And I think a lot of that is because they're older. We don't have younger people as judges on the panel. And I think it could be interesting to add in someone who would be younger and would know some of these more relevant celebrities. What do you think, Mel?
I agree. I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. I'm just going to say that, you know, that they do have children because Nick Cannon has like 2 kids, so they probably keep him hip, you know. So maybe the kids, doesn't Robin Thicke have like a 1-year-old or something? He'll get in the know soon.
Something like that.
So maybe the kids will help them be hip, but I do believe that there should be younger judges on the show. Now, what judges would you want on the show, Kyle? I have somebody I think would be perfect, but I'll let
Honestly,
you go first.
I don't have anyone particular in mind that I think has to be on this show, but I think that you could interchange any of the panelists who are on it now, and it wouldn't make a difference for me.
I think we need to see some toddler, some young kid judges. I'm here for Northwest on The Masked Singer as a judge. Let's make it a campaign. Kim Kardashian, if you are watching this, Kanye, let North be a judge on the show. She would be perfect.
Yeah, and Northwest would know who JoJo Siwa is.
Yes,
we know
they
that
have a
already.
video together. I feel like Northwest is hip. She knows what's up. Got to add it to the show. Let us know in the comments below if you think that there should be younger judges on The Masked Singer, and if so, who? And also, you guys, if you just had the power to add a 5th judge to the panel, who would it be and why? Just drop a comment below and let us know. All right, Kyle, I think it's time for us to wrap up the show. Let everybody know where they can find you on social.
Yeah, it's Kmon Pleasure on Instagram and Twitter.
And then you can find me at _MELBAE on Instagram, Twitter, all that. But most importantly, make sure you're following Talent Recap on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You're on YouTube, so go ahead and click the subscribe button. It's at Talent Recap. Do it now. It's right there. And I think it's time for us to say, and that's our Talent Recap.
Yes, honey, it's Nicole Scherzinger, clearly your favorite judge of all time. You certainly gave me some sugar tonight. Yes! Make sure you hit that button below to subscribe to Talent Recap. And I'm feeling pretty hot. And you are truly responsible.